On today's menu, a simple and delicious recipe that's really been on my mind. An incredibly savory chili black beans with rice. Add 1 cup of jasmine rice to a small saucepan. Rinse and drain the rice 2 to 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. In this episode, I'm making enough for about 2 portions. Of course, you can multiply the recipe to make more. 1 cup water. Medium-high heat. When the water starts to bubble, give the rice a stir. Cover and cook on medium-low for 15 minutes. Three pieces of garlic, finely chopped. Small piece of ginger, finely chopped. The ginger will add a fresh aroma and a little bit of heat. One red onion, diced. You can also use white onions or shallots if that's what you have on hand. De-seed 1 Fresno pepper. Thinly slice the pepper. This particular pepper has a similar spicy level to a jalapeno. Dice 2 king oyster mushrooms into medium-sized cubes. You can also use shiitake mushrooms if you like, it'll be just as delicious. Three sticks of green onion, chopped. The green onions will add a delicious freshness and a beautiful bright green color. 1 400 ml can, black beans. Rinse and drain the beans and set aside. Sauté pan. Medium heat. This is chili oil made in the previous episode. It'll add a little bit of a spicy kick as well as this incredible smoky aroma. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check this out. Make this really easily at home. 2 tablespoons of that spicy, smoky chili oil. Onions and pepper. Sauté for 5 to 6 minutes. Garlic and ginger. Sauté for a couple of minutes. Diced mushrooms. Sauté for a couple of minutes. Those mushrooms will absorb a lot of that delicious flavor. 2 tablespoons doubanjian. The doubanjian is the sauce I use to make mapo tofu, one of my absolute favorites. It has that salty, spicy, crazy umami. It's sometimes called Sichuan-style broad bean sauce, and you should be able to find this at your Asian grocer or online. After 15 minutes, turn the heat off on the rice and let it steam further for another 10 minutes. Black beans. 1 teaspoon soy sauce for that salty umami, and 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce for a beautiful caramel color. One cup veggie stock. Make a slurry by combining 1 tablespoon of potato starch with a couple tablespoons of water. Pour the slurry into the pan and give it a stir. This will add a rich glossiness to the sauce. Add half of the green onions and give the pan a stir. Save the other half for garnish. Plate the rice with the beans or separately, it's completely up to you. Plate the saucy black beans. Garnish with the remaining green onions and some toasted white sesame seeds. You can now enjoy this delicious rice and beans with absolute confidence. 1 cup short grain rice. Rinse and drain the rice 2 to 3 times to get rid of the excess starch. In this episode, I'm using short grain rice for its nice and fluffy texture. Feel free to use any other type of rice. Two pieces of garlic, grated. Small piece of ginger, grated. Chop 2 sticks of green onions into batons. Remove the end bits from about 60 grams of fresh shiitake mushrooms. Feel free to use any other mushrooms you have on hand. Slice the mushrooms in half. Slice down 1 plant-based sausage. In this episode, I'm using field roast, but feel free to use any brand you like. Slice about 60 grams of smoked tofu. The smoked tofu will add a delightful chewy texture and an extraordinary smoky flavor. Well, you can really use whatever veggies you like or have on hand. Different type of mushrooms, chickpeas, pre-cooked lentils, really whatever you like. Deseed 2 red dried chilies. Non-stick pan. Medium-low heat. 2 teaspoons avocado oil. Garlic and ginger. Cook for a couple of minutes. Dried red chilies. Cook for another 30 seconds. Feel free to omit the chilies if you like. Rice. This recipe is good for at least 2 portions, but of course you can multiply it to make more. Cook and toast the rice for about 30 seconds. 1½ cups water. Medium-high heat. When the water starts to bubble, turn the heat down to medium-low. Give the rice a quick stir and ensure that it's submerged in the water. Quickly line the toppings, starting with the smoked tofu, plant-based sausage, shiitake mushrooms, green onions. Cover and cook for 15 minutes. 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon maple syrup, a splash of black vinegar. You can also use regular rice vinegar. Of course, this would not be Young Man Cooking complete without using some delicious, smoky, spicy chili oil made in a previous episode. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check this out. Make this really easily at home. 1 tablespoon chili oil. Mix to combine, then set aside. After 15 minutes, turn the heat off and let it steam further for another 10 minutes. You probably noticed that we didn't actually season anything in that pan because this sauce is going to give it an incredible punch of flavor. Medium heat. Let the rice cook for another minute or 2 to get that nice crispy crust. In the meantime, pour over that amazing sauce. Of course, you can pour as much or as little as you like. You can plate the rice individually or serve it tableside. You can now enjoy this delicious rice with absolute confidence. Preheat the oven to 400. 400 ml can chickpeas. You can keep the chickpea water or aquafaba to make a thick mayonnaise like in the previous episode. Rinse the chickpeas with a bit of water. Line the mixing bowl with some paper towel. Add in the chickpeas and give it a toss. This will help remove some of the moisture from the chickpeas. Chop 3 large king oyster mushrooms into cubes. Keep the size of the mushroom cubes about the size of a chickpea or slightly larger, as they'll condense in the oven. Add the mushrooms to the chickpeas. 1 teaspoon smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon sweet paprika. Half teaspoon cayenne pepper. Generous pinch of salt. About 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Give it a toss to combine. Spread onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Be sure they don't overlap so they cook evenly. No need to put that in the oven just yet. We're going to time that with the rice so that it finishes around the same time. It's really up to your personal preference, but if you're like me and you can't really taste garlic, I would lean towards using more garlic than less. 3 large pieces of garlic, finely chopped. 2 cups basmati rice. Rinse and drain the rice to get rid of the excess starch. It's ideal to use a strainer because we want the least amount of water when adding the rice to the pan. Sauté pan. Medium-low heat. 3 tablespoons chili oil. Garlic. Give the pan a stir and gently cook the garlic for about a minute. 1 tablespoon tomato paste. Give the pan a stir and gently fry the tomato paste for about a minute. Add in the rice. Turn the heat up to medium-high and give the pan a stir. Two cups water. Give the pan a quick stir, then do not disturb any further. This recipe is good for about 2 to 3 portions, but of course you can multiply it to make more. Let the rice bubble away for about a minute or so, then turn the heat to medium-low. Cover and cook for 15 minutes. Place the chickpeas and mushrooms into the oven and bake for 20 to 25 minutes. The rice has not been seasoned yet, so we're going to make this delicious sauce to pour over. 2 tablespoons soy sauce. 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce. 1 teaspoon toasted sesame oil. 1 teaspoon Chinese black vinegar. 1 tablespoon maple syrup. Give it a stir to combine. You may or may not need all of this sauce for today's recipe, but it makes an amazing stir-fry sauce. Chop about 14 grams of fresh Thai basil. After 15 minutes, turn the heat off and let the rice steam further for another 10 minutes. Remove the chickpeas and mushrooms from the oven. You'll see that the mushrooms have condensed in size quite a bit. Use a rice paddle to reveal that beautiful caramelized bottom layer. Plate the rice generously. Spoon over some of that umami-packed sauce. Top the rice with some of the chickpeas and mushrooms. Add some fresh basil and you're ready to serve. You can now serve up this extraordinary rice recipe with absolute confidence. That looks just wonderful. Man, you are welcomed with so much savory goodness that is extraordinary. Visually, the dish looks really rustic, really earthy, but that beautiful bright green color is just so welcoming. Just from that initial bite, there's an extraordinary salty umami from the soy sauce, that delicious smokiness and little spicy kick from the cayenne pepper and the chili oil. It also turned that rice into this beautiful golden color. Those mushrooms are condensed down and yet still have this delicious juicy flavor. The chickpeas really substantiate the dish, but that fresh basil really elevates all those incredible earthy flavors. It's light, it's fragrant, it's aromatic. That basil makes an extraordinary difference. There's a little sweetness from that tomato paste and the maple syrup that's in that sauce. The toasted sesame oil, of course, is also really fragrant, and that garlic just melts into this rice. It's just so exciting to see those little crispy bits from the bottom of the pan. It adds another depth of flavor and texture, and it's just so irresistible. This is definitely a rice dish you can make any day of the week. Serve this up with some 5-minute broccoli from a previous episode, and you have yourself an incredible meal.